Today, many commodity stocks are making yet another new high on the 52 weeks. I have been echoing that for quite a while. I hope you've taken some suggestions to protect your overall portfolio with certain allocations towards commodity. Today, I have a big story, a personal story, to share with you on how I actually manage my own stocks so that hopefully there are some points you can take away from this discussion. I see on the ground many experts, many articles seem to be 1 or 2 weeks late in terms of their thought process. Their thought process seems to be that standoff where Russia and Ukraine were still negotiating hard, posturing hard. Yes, that's where we need to maintain total calm and not do anything. But right now, war has engaged already. We need to relook strategically where you are comfortable to hold assets in the worst case. That is being prudent, in my opinion. We're still early in the war. Don't assume it's going to finish. That's something I've been echoing if you've been following this channel. If you followed bought commodities, you have benefited already. Today, I'll show you some pain that I felt. Very personal. I hope you find value in it. And in that case, smash the like button. Because I very seldom review what I hold in terms of stocks. That gives me clarity in mind. That gives me no pressure when I make changes. This starts from this article by Dollars and Cents, published yesterday only. War for Ukraine, 4 stocks that could be affected. Dawn Agro, I have no idea what that is. Food Empire, this is what I actually hold. This is what it is mentioning on the thumbnail. I'll touch on it. Rusal and Yandex, no idea what they are also. We don't really know everything in the investment space, but we need to know what we own. That is why I've always said stock investing is not for everybody. You need to track business. If not, you realize that you have one big gain and a few big losses, you won't make money. You're much better off diversified. That's also why in terms of managing clients' portfolios, I try to be diversified fully. If not, have very, very little stock holdings recommended because changes need to be made. Let's touch on where I've cut losses. Food Empire. I thought nobody would be mentioning about Food Empire. They are a well-run company, in my opinion. That's why I've invested. I select companies that I like. I select companies that have management involvement and management skin in the game, to put it into simple terms. Food Empire, why it's crashing right now is over here. You look, they have operations in Russia and Ukraine. Russia is facing sanctions never seen before. Russia's operations are obliterating, in my opinion. I cannot quantify the damage. Not that this is a problem towards Food Empire. I'm saying that as an investor, I cannot quantify it. I have to take action. I show you what I have done. Food Empire's share price skyrocketed. In my opinion, a few months ago, it had a chance of being delisted. It had a chance of becoming a beggar for me. But I've taken very small profits, as you've seen at the top. That shows that I've held this for quite a long while. I've actually bought it way before, actually. And then, this is where I've actually cut losses. Once the news came out in terms of the war being serious, I had to take drastic actions and think whether I can quantify the risk. If not, sell. So if you're thinking, Josh always says buy, not true. We need to know how to buy and sell. That's the reality of investing. That's the reality of stock picking. If not, go fully diversified and sleep on it. If you want to pick stocks, you need to know how to sell. Hopefully, these are points you can think a bit further. We don't sell out of panic. We sell when we cannot quantify the risk. I think that's a good learning point from today. I wish that I sold everything, back at 90 cents. I would make a lot more profits. But we hold on to beggars. We want to double, triple our positions. But when things change, no shame, exit. Thankfully, we're not management. We don't need to stick to the thing, stick to the company. We as investors, we can move to places where we can sleep well and when we can quantify the risk. So again, all those ideas like you buy all in one company, not a good idea. Things change. You don't want to get whacked like you're the owner of the business. When you can actually space out your monies, you can actually move around. And since you stayed here, let me share with you a further point to take away. Look at again what you have in your portfolio. I like to urge a sense of seriousness in looking at travel stocks. I've echoed travel stocks as a big theme. I think this theme is challenged right now. It may not come true. There are big problems in travel. Relook at whether you want to overweight travel. I'm giving you a hint. I'm not optimistic about travel that much, especially in Europe. Second, look at stocks that you have that have Europe assets. Think a bit deeper. Worst case scenario. Are you okay with it? Things that have Europe assets, a lot. Suntec REIT has London assets. Hobie, something I covered before, has London assets. Escort has hotels all over Europe, etc. etc. Look at it, make sure you are comfortable owning Europe assets. If the war spreads, I cannot quantify the Europe assets risk also, but Europe infrastructure could get damaged. We never know. And that's why I want to you to rethink. Are you over it too much on certain parts? If you're okay with the risk, that's fine. If not, think a step further, reallocate. I've pushed back the Singapore banking video yet again. I like Singapore banks, the risk is here. We can quantify the risk. That's why I pushed this video up ahead without much editing, and the solution is to move assets to what you cannot quantify, to risk that you are okay to sleep with. Hopefully this message reaches you at the right time. And as always, smash the subscribe, support this channel. I'll try to bring you updates and deeper thoughts along the way. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.